My name's David Rodwin, and this is The Life. So tomorrow morning, I'm getting up at 5 a.m. to take a friend of mine to the emergency room. Now you may wonder, how do I know that he's going to have an emergency tomorrow at 5 a.m.? Well, I don't. It's because he doesn't have health insurance. You see, when you don't have health insurance, it's hard to actually get seen by doctors without getting charged exorbitant amounts. And my friend is probably going to need surgery. So instead of going to see a doctor directly, a doctor friend of his told him the best chance he has is by checking himself into the emergency room at County Hospital. Why at 5 in the morning? Because that is when they have the least number of people who are waiting to be seen, and he will get seen the quickest. Instead of having to wait for weeks and then pay insane amounts of money. Now, he will be charged probably insane amounts of money, but when you check yourself into a county hospital emergency room, later on you can talk to their administrative offices, and if you can show true financial distress, they will actually waive an enormous amount of the fee that they are normally charging people. I did this myself about 7 years ago. I had a broken leg, 2 broken bones. It was a freak bicycle accident, which is a story for another time. And I didn't have health insurance at the time. I was taken by an ambulance to the Santa Monica Hospital, where the nurses begged them not to take me into the Santa Monica Hospital, even though I was injured just a few miles away. Instead, they begged the ambulance driver to take me down to Torrance, where there was a county hospital. The ambulance driver said, "It's Friday, 5 p.m., go to hell, take this guy." So they let me languish in the hallway for a number of hours. I was screaming in pain. I had a tibia and fibula that had been snapped in half, and they were just letting me lie there in pain. At one point, a nurse came by as I was screaming out for some kind of pain medication, and she said, "I can get you some Tylenol." I'm like, "Tylenol? I have 2 broken bones." Finally, they took me in for an x-ray, and after the x-ray, they said, "Yeah, you have 2 broken bones. We can't treat you." And then they literally called me a cab. I got in the cab, hopped into my house on 1 foot, and then waited about 8 hours until it was 5 a.m., at which point I took a cab down to Torrance to check myself into the emergency room. Now, once I was there, I still had to wait 12 hours in abject pain as they shuttled me from one hallway to the next, because wherever I was, apparently I was in the way. But eventually, I was seen, and they put my leg in a cast. They even scheduled me for surgery the next week. I have plates and screws in my tibia and fibula still to this day. But when I showed my really pitiful tax returns from the previous year, they actually waived the entire fee. Now the question is, what kind of country do we live in where this kind of thing goes on? It's wonderful that doctors will still see you when you don't have health insurance, but the fact that I went to a private hospital to begin with, and I was literally turned away, I was literally called a cab and sent away saying, "We can't help you." Mind-boggling to me. The only thing that was more shocking and horrifying is that Santa Monica Hospital then sent me a fucking bill for $3,000 for not treating me. I told them to go to hell, and they sent a collection agency after me for the next 5 years. So yeah, this country doesn't need healthcare reform. Everything's just fine. My name's David Rodwin, and this is The Life.